good news. Emily, would you like to present the news that we saw that made me so very happy?
Fantastic news. So not only is Matthew Stafford at practice, he's in pads, he's also taking snaps. So we have video of him throwing a football.
In pads.
We've done it, people.
With that ugly-ass undershirt he's been wearing since high school. I'm serious. He's been wearing that same one since high school. Good. He's back. He looks good. He's got the pads on. He's taking snaps. This is the week where you start to turn the page towards the Texans.
Yeah.
So you're still running base stuff. You're still making evaluations. You still have a third preseason game to play, but you are getting ready for the Texans. The prep starts now. So I think you have maxed out the time off that you can have for a starter. You need him on the field as of today, and there he is.
That's great news because, and look, you could hear Rams fans collectively.
Not yet.
Thank goodness.
Not yet.
Because on Saturday,
a little bit, yes.
On Saturday, we knew he was scheduled to work out again.
Mm-hmm.
You go back a week before that, he did work out, and Sean McVay during the game or shortly after the game is like, workout went really well. We expect him to be back on practice on Monday. Didn't practice at all last week.
Right.
And then this Saturday, he was supposed to work out again, and then it came out in the middle of the game that Coach McVay would address Matthew Stafford's availability on Monday. Like they didn't say whether he did or did not work out, whether it did or did not go well, and it was basically
a lot of speculation.
We're not talking about him at all until Monday.
Right.
And so we're like, okay, does it mean that he didn't work out because he had a setback? Does it mean he did work out and had a setback? Does it mean he worked out, played well, and they just don't want to put a timeline on it because it kind of it blew up on him last time? This is the best possible scenario of this.
Okay, that's why I said you can exhale some, but I need to see how he plays and practices, and like if he goes out there and throws 7 picks, that could be a problem. Or if he doesn't look right. Because unlike Kershaw can get by on guile.
Yeah.
This guy needs to have his fastball.
Sure.
And if it's not there, you need to change the offense or change what you're doing or change your thought process. So having him back is the first step. Yay. Now let's see what he looks like with the offense. And now let's see how far ahead Puka and Devontae are. Mm-hmm. Because they've been going at it for the better part of a month without him, or 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks without him. So how fast can he get up to speed? So this is a great step. It's good to see him back in uniform, back in pads, but don't exhale completely just yet.
The exhale was based entirely on at least the worst news
He's not out
wasn't
forever.
coming.
Right. Yeah.
Because, look, I'll be honest. We were talking about this on the post-game show and just not knowing nature abhors a vacuum, right?
Yes.
If there's no information, we're going to fill it with our own speculation.
Of course.
Like if I don't know, I'm going to start guessing. I'm going to start thinking. And that they wouldn't say anything, letting me go, well, that doesn't, maybe Monday they'll come and say, look, he had a big setback. He's got to go get a surgery. He's going to be out till Christmas or whatever it could have been, that at least for today, that's off the table.
At least he's out there. It's a good visual.
Exhale.
It's a good visual. I'll say this, but if he's half of what he could be, I'd rather go with 100% of someone else, even if that guy was lesser, if that makes any sense.
Well, I
don't want to wheel him out there just to have him out there.
That's a Sean McVay problem.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's not what he used to be, or if there's an issue,
but let's play this out
because of the back. Yeah,
right. Let's play this out. Let's say he goes out there and he does not look like Matthew Stafford. Right? It's like, well, okay, I respect the toughness, but you don't look right, bro.
You get 3 weeks to prove it.
And he's saying, no, I had a bad game or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And like, okay, we'll run it back again. Run it back again.
3 weeks to prove it, and then see what the record is.
Think about last year. At the end of the season, he was Matthew Stafford again. In that playoff game against the Eagles, he was Matthew Stafford again.
Sad that defense was ready, and he was clicking if you could have beat Philadelphia.
For sure.
Yes.
But through at least the first half, if not maybe even the first 2/3 of the season, he wasn't very good.
There were some moments.
He really wasn't.
San Francisco comes to mind where he sailed a few, and it was wet. The environment wasn't great for him, and he didn't react well to it. That's where you started to see some age. But even in that game, he sewed it up when he had to. He was money when he had to.
That Sanford, what was the final score? 9-6, I think? Okay,
something was weird,
9-6, and we're like, hey, they got the win. Who cares what it looked like? Is all those things
like
we're talking
Shaq shooting free throws.
And
he made those.
He made the ones he needed to make.
Right.
But up until then, it was like, man, he doesn't look right.
He doesn't look right. But then he'll lace one in there, and only he could do that.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know if it is 3 games this year, because last year, if you would have at the end of 3 games, you would have been like, yeah, he didn't look good.
I'll give him 3 games. I mean, you started 1-3 and made it. You started out bad before, and if he can't do it after 3 weeks, then you know. Then you absolutely know. And if his numbers keep going down and you haven't, and you're not even close to winning.
Well, then they would have done it last year, right?
You got to give him
but
at least
they
3.
Didn't.
Right. At least 3.
That's my point. I think it's way more than 3.
If it's faster than 3, then damn. I mean, you came in beat up.
That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing on the other end. I think it's 9 or 10 or 12.
Oh,
I don't think that even if they go 0-3 and he looks like hot garbage.
0-3, 12 picks, 1 touchdown pass.
Does he say he's healthy and he just says I'm playing bad, but I'm healthy?
And you've been sacked 35 times in 3 weeks and the offense ain't moving, then it's going to get loud for you.
It might get loud. It doesn't mean they'll change it.
It's going to get very loud for you.
3 games, I would be stunned. Like almost
Me too. That's on the bad end. Yes.
Regardless of outcome, even the terrible.
Yes. And put it this way, right? I believe in synergy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Kershaw's doing the impossible. Weren't they on the same team?
Haven't heard anything about that.
I'm just saying.
First time
I'm just saying. He's doing great things. I got to do great things. Here he is.
Be sure to join the 7